Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Capes and Lunatics. I am Phil, and joining me for our coverage of the new Superman Spider-Man team up, it is Lilith Hellfire.
Yo.
We may have one or two friends from the Krypton Report join us. We will see. Ugh. Everyone's just podcasting and
Just in case Brainiac might have skipped Metropolis, they might have to help.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Did you see all the covers to this thing?
Yeah, I did.
All right, because I was going to say
I ridiculous.
I have them across two slides here.
Wow.
There we go. So
This is how they're sustaining themselves. It's a sad.
I know.
Well, there was like 2 waves, so it's like.
Oh yeah, they probably did it in a second printing. Yeah, and it's so funny because it's like you got how many covers up there with Supergirl, either with Jessica Drew or Spider-Gwen or Silk, and it's like you got no Supergirl story in this thing.
Yeah.
And I would have loved to have seen that Power Girl Black Cat story. There's Mr. Tyler Patrick.
I'm sure a lot of us would.
Hey, we just started. Yeah, we're talking. There's some of the well, those are the regular covers. I have another one with the retailer incentives, but yeah, there's some covers.
I like Crypto and Spider-Pig.
Spider-Ham.
Spider-Ham.
Yeah, that's what I said, Tyler. It's like Supergirl's on how many covers, but we got no Supergirl story in this thing.
Right, like. You know what? Like, so...
Like, I love Power Girl, but a Supergirl story would have been nice.
Yeah.
Spider-Punk and Superboy, though, that would have been pretty kick-ass, too.
Okay, we'll get there, but yeah. I'll agree with that, and we'll comment more on that later. I wonder if maybe, just maybe, if some of these may tie into maybe a story or so that we'll get from the Marvel one that's coming.
I don't know, because if you go by the Batman Deadpool and Deadpool Batman, it's like,
yeah,
I think they were all different writers, so it's like,
which I mean, yeah, but I don't know, because I'm with you guys, like that. Just,
we need Easter eggs. Make Easter eggs great again. I totally agree.
Yeah, because it would have been neat if like you were getting the cover to maybe like one of the stories that you really liked inside.
Yes.
Because at first. I had read the Batman Deadpool one, and I wasn't thinking much about it, but like I was just thinking, oh, is this going to be one giant Spider-Man, Superman adventure with all the different covers,
like the original?
Yeah.
You know, having us had just read the original and everything. But then, you know, as I read it, I saw the short stories, which were fine, and then made some of the other covers like, oh, okay, that makes sense now. But then, yeah, I had the same kind of thought later on, like, well, why didn't we get some of these other stories?
So I mean, you have two, Supergirl again. Here's the retailer cover. So yes, you have covers with her, with Jessica Drew, the original Spider-Woman, Julia Carpenter, the second Spider-Woman. You had her with Spider-Gwen. You had her with Silk, but
maybe we'll get a third wave like next year or something.
Maybe.
I mean, like I said, the comic books are hemorrhaging money, so anything that's gonna put books in hands.
Yeah, or maybe just do like a generic Marvel DC crossover, so then you can you don't have to stick with like a Spider-Man and Superman theme or a Batman theme. You know, you basically do whoever.
The family, yeah, that'd be.
Like
I said, I definitely could see that if they were smart, which they're not.
And again, I love Gail Simone, but it's like, who the hell put Power Girl and the Punisher together?
Yeah,
which we'll get to.
Somebody read some bad fanfic. If you know, you know.
I feel like we just rolled the Rolodex to P, and it's like, okay, 2 characters with the letter P. Okay.
No, what they do is they wrote out all the Superman characters, they wrote out all the Spider characters, and they're just like, okay, we know we're going to put Superman and Spider-Man together. All right, throw some darts.
It's the South Park method, how they say Family Guy put together episodes with the what were those, manatees and the balls? They were in the aquarium.
Oh, like
the balls trying to predict the combination.
So it's like when they just get like a chicken to do Super Bowl picks or something, yeah.
Exactly.
Yes, exactly.
All right, so let's dive in here because there are some new comics, mostly DC, that I want to talk to you guys about, but.
I kind of like Brainiac being in the first. Not gonna lie.
Oh, really? Well, yeah, I mean,
yeah.
It is a nice change of pace where it's like, you know, everything doesn't have to be Lex 24/7.
Exactly. I was dreading it. I'm like, Brainiac, yes. I do have a picture that I just thought was just so funny. Hold on, let me find.
But yeah, and going by and but keeping with the original story, Otto is the other villain.
Yeah, that
on
made
the
Otto made sense to me.
Otto.
And
Sure.
like the Otto and Brainiac definitely made sense.
Mm-hmm.
This kind of made me chuckle. Look at Clark's face. How anime of them.
Well, that's like that cover. It's like I like the art, but I don't know if it was just like an anime style because like I don't know, Clark's like Superman's face looks kind of young there.
Yeah.
Like it kind of worked better for Peter, but
Yeah.
It did.
yeah, I mean, they did get some great art of like.
Otto looks a little chunky though.
Well, I mean,
I like a svelte Otto. I really do. I was like, can we get a little Alpha Molina action?
I mean, I could. It
what's
looks
a
a little
superior
Alfred-
Otto?
It looks a little
Exactly.
Otto inspired. I mean, Alfred Molina inspired for Otto.
Yeah, I could see that.
I'm talking Spider-Man: Homecoming, where they definitely did use a little de-aging. That's what
Oh,
I'm talking
yeah.
about.
Yeah, makes sense.
But yeah, shockingly, Spider-Man and Superman story not my favorite story in this book.
Oh, really?
I think the art was the best, but
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, the art, the Jorge Jimenez art.
Oh yeah.
oh
Oh,
He's
he's
amazing.
he's killing it on Batman right now.
He's killing on Batman. I mean,
That's probably the best part of that book is his art.
I like Jimmy Con Carnage. I'm a sucker for Jimmy, and I thought that was
Don't
really
touch
fun.
Jimmy.
And it's Matt Fraction too, so I thought that was just really, it was like a really cool.
Yeah,
That's
I
kinda
mean,
boring.
I usually like Fraction, but I was like, okay, so the whole, I mean, spoilers, kids, you're gonna get spoilers all throughout this. So, I mean, the whole point of the story is we're gonna kill Jimmy.
yeah,
I mean, it's a universe.
I'm kind of
Blame
holding
Schneider
off
if
on.
you don't like it.
I'm kind of holding off, until we get there. Now, see, look, that makes sense. That cover makes sense.
Yeah, it happened in this. It happened in the book. Yeah. But I also found it odd. Well, I mean, I guess they're trying to squeeze in as much as they can. That Lois and Mary Jane story. We get a cameo of somebody in that story
Yeah.
who's not a spider person or a part of the super family.
You know my least favorite story though, right?
What?
Beyond the Cobwebs of Tomorrow. You know why?
Oh, Spider-Man 2099.
That Superboy? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's set in the future, so you're gonna have the Superboy who's with the Legion of Superheroes. Right?
Yeah. I get it, but it's my least favorite.
I'm surprised we didn't get a cover to that with like Batman. Well, I mean, I guess you'd have to throw Superboy on there too, but like with Spider-Man 2099 somewhere on a cover.
Hey, you got Ben in this too, so you know. there's
What?
that.
Ben who? God,
Your
Uncle.
friend.
What?
The Bridge. That story.
I like that one.
It's Jeff Lemire being there, but at least they reined him in. I felt.
I mean, it was good enough. Like, I mean, okay, are we going story by story and kind of breaking things down, or
However you want to do it, yeah.
because I feel like since so many of them are so short and everything, I like the idea, okay, of these short stories like with the pairings of spider characters and everything.
I don't
But-
like when you don't get like the ending to his story, like
That yes,
like that Spider-Man 2099 one and Batman Beyond and Superboy. They're like, okay, well, this is happening, and we got to go stop Future Lex and stuff. And then you see them going off, but you don't see the adventure. It's basically, here they're getting
Yes.
together, and that's it.
And that is one of the things that bothered me. So can we just, like I said, skip the main story, come back to it
Yeah,
last, and then just do the
Yeah.
shorts because
Yeah. I didn't like
So-
World's Finest. I'm just gonna be honest. So.
All right. So for us, the world's finest is the Mary Jane and Lois, right?
At least you kind of got somewhat of a complete story there, you know.
Okay. I like the idea of
Gambit
Mary
out of
Jane.
nowhere.
Yep. Okay. See, I
Well,
like them.
probably
I
because
like
it's Jim Lee drawing it. That's why.
I like the idea of Lois and
Mary Jane.
Mary Jane together, and they're kind of talking about things. And I think maybe if they were doing something more than just kind of like getting themselves out of
rescued?
there, yeah, like just kind of like getting out of the way would be neat. But the Sentinel, and then like you said, then Gambit showing up at the end, I feel like that took away from what this whole story was about. like Superman and Spider-Man. It just made now not just the Spider-Man are on this, but all of Marvel is on here.
And it's just so weird when they complete his line. I'm like, really? How do they know the whole "bang you dead" line?
I do like the whole question where she's like, "Is this your first time hanging from a bridge?" She's like, "Oh God, no." I think that was really cute and funny. That was like my little chuckle of the story. I was like, "Oh, you could be worse. You could be Gwen Stacy."
I was gonna say you can't pit Dave Peter without hanging off a bridge.
And I mean, and those are the stuff that kind of dug was like them talking, and just kind of like, oh, I admire you. But then it did kind of default back that it seemed like in this story, Mary Jane is just a model.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I haven't kept up with like where she is in the comics, but I know like Solomon just replayed through both Spider-Man video games, and in there, you know, of course, Mary Jane is more of like a reporter and everything. So, yeah, it kind of was like, oh, they're just kind of like tipping their hat to each other, which is fine. But the Gambit and Sentinel thing, I was like, huh? I was like, so not even does Superman and Spider-Man stop a Sentinel. The only way to stop a Sentinel is if you're Gambit, because he says you got to have kinetic energy.
Or I wonder too if like that's the excuse why a Sentinel shows up because he's tracking Gambit.
And that's the exact same thing that I thought of too. Was Gambit?
But the fact that he like ends the story too, that's all lesbians. I'm like, oh, okay. I love Gambit, but like this just wasn't the place for him.
I feel like one, he was a plot device, and two, because it's Jim Lee drawing it, so it's like, oh, who, you know, which X-Men did Jim Lee want to draw? Okay, Gambit.
I agree. I'm with you.
Peter in his underwear. I that was for somebody, but it wasn't for me.
Oh yeah. So here.
And the next story.
Yeah, we're gonna. Cut
Okay, so the next one with the let's see.
In, yeah.
Or wait, I thought Pages was the next story.
Oh, is it?
Unless I missed.
Tapping. Yeah, wait. Yeah, is it tapping in? Yeah.
Which one's tapping?
The one with Peter comes home and then Superboy Prime's there.
Yeah, that's Pages.
Oh wait, no.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think you're right.
Oh no, it's funny because look, the first page it has tapping in there, but then you turn the page and then it says Pages on the next page.
Yeah.
So what's the title? It's like there's two titles.
I think it's Pages on the wiki, so I guess we'll.
Okay, we're on the same page. I this one I didn't like because I wasn't quite figuring out what they were trying to reference, if it's a certain point in time.
Well, depending where Peter's at, and he's wearing the cloth black suit. This is like the 80s.
Yeah.
And I think that's part
Superboy
of
Prime.
which I think's part of why I was just kind of like, okay. But I feel like Prime.
It's kind of weird and confusing because it's like Peter. This is like 80s Peter here, but like meanwhile, Superboy Prime's like wearing like his current suit.
Yeah.
Oh, you ditched it, and they're like referencing the issue number. I'm just like, eh.
And he doesn't seem as like Joshua Williamson's been writing him, and I haven't read any of the Reign of Superboy stuff yet as of this recording because I've just been working off the app. But he's been writing him a little bit more fun.
Yeah.
And this doesn't feel like that same Prime.
See, they keep saying tapping in the story, so that's probably why I was confused.
No, it's all good. We figured it out.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I was like, yeah, that makes sense. Like,
but yeah, it just, because then they're like, oh, he's taking Spider-Man out, and they fight the High Evolutionary, but they're like jumping through the pages, and they talk. And I had to stop at one point to make sure I didn't like not understand. But like, this is a perfect example of we don't get an end to the story.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's not what I don't like. Yeah.
So I really was like frustrated because.
Well, it's so weird too because High Evolutionary is not like a dimension guy. He's like a genetic engineer and
yeah, basically like Mr. Sinister on steroids.
Mm-hmm.
I like Mr. Sinister better.
So I'm like, what's going on with the reality thing? Because I mean, I get it if Superboy Prime's punching through stuff, but I'm like, what's the High Evolutionary have to do with that?
Yeah, I feel like there's a good story in here that wasn't flushed out. I don't know. It didn't feel like the pieces were working well for me.
And who wrote this? Christopher Priest. I don't think he's ever written Superboy Prime. So.
And I mean, I feel like if I were to just hand you a book, said, "Hey Phil, go write Superboy Prime," this might be close to what you do. But if I think you kind of needed, hey, check out what we're doing with Prime right now, because this doesn't feel like that same Prime.
I mean, yeah, I think sometimes people get lost in the whole. Superboy Prime literally like punches through the fourth wall.
Yeah, Which why not pair him up with Deadpool
Mm.
or Gwenpool?
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, Gwenpool, She-Hulk, yeah.
Since we loved Gwenpool, Gwenpool was all the rage for quite a while. Now
She-Hulk
she's
would
kinda
be She-Hulk would be interesting.
dead. Yeah.
Just I kind of like that because that pairing right there.
Especially, yeah, in the crossover like this, because like, he can make funny comments like, oh, I bought your book, so you didn't have to come into my house and rip up my X-Men comics.
Exactly. But yeah, this one I was like, I actually had to make sure I didn't like the next one because I wasn't a continuation of something that they fell into.
Oh, yeah.
I'd actually like, wait, what? Where'd I go?
Yeah, it's weird, too, because like this Spider-Man 2099 story, it's like, it kind of picks up in the middle. You don't get a definitive beginning, and you don't get a definitive end. It's like...
Yeah, and I wasn't too familiar with Sean Murder, so it's just kind of all around like, oh.
Did he do that Batman White Knight stuff?
Oh, that would explain it.
I did.
I think
I remember
that's
the
who-
first volume of White Knight, and it was decent.
They let that drag on way.
I think he's the one who did
Yes.
that. Yeah. I'm not sure if I know him from anywhere else, but yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's...
Oh, well, he did something with Mark Millar. And he's worked with Grant Morrison, but like I haven't really seen him on his own. I think he did some stuff with Scott Snyder. So like I just never seen him on his own. I think what it is.
I mean, for what this is, it's not bad, this story, but again, it's like no definitive beginning and no end. It's like you're just like getting in the middle of a story when the characters meet up.
I don't like the Spider-Man, and I don't. There's a special art to writing like the 8-page story or whatever, and I feel like Phil said, it's almost like these are what you find at the back of a comic book when they're teasing an upcoming release.
Yeah, like a preview. Yeah.
And
these should have been self-contained and left lacking. Yeah.
These could have been other books that they sold, like 16 pages and paired them up like 2 issues, or they could have went like a full kind of Superman Red, Superman Blue, or what? Not Superman Blue and White, or Red and I can't talk. Red and Blue.
Yeah.
How they did, Wonder Woman, Black and Gold, and done these type of stories where we got a little bit more pages.
Yeah.
To each one to actually feel like we're getting a story and not just some chapter that I'm never going to finish.
Or they want to sell books. It's like some of these stories you could have been like, we'll pick up part 2 of this story in next month in Spider-Man, Superman.
Exactly.
But yeah, no, like this story, like some of these, like this story, I think they're kind of like they're banking on, oh hey, isn't it cool? All these 3 are in the same story together, but it's like, yeah, but
so real with you,
but all they're doing is talking.
The art was bad. It was too angular for me, and like I don't know, something about the coloring made it look like sandpaper. It wasn't really.
I didn't like the way Superboy looked, and the fact that I'm trying to figure out what Superboy this is, and then Batman Beyond shows up and tries to take over the story and lead it, and then I'm like, maybe I would have preferred a Batman Beyond Spider-Man 2099 story.
Yeah, that makes more sense. Yeah, for me.
Sean Murphy did the pencils too, I guess.
Yeah, it's just kind of like it was just a little
And
they tried to make it look like classic, classic comic book paper, but like it shouldn't put it on classic comic book.
Yeah, but again, too, sometimes it's like you can have a penciler and colorist, inker, or whatever, and they're great on their own, but they don't together. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was the case for me right here, personally.
Well, I think it was supposed to look like a dark, gritty future.
It did not accomplish that for me.
Yep. Nope.
Man, if they had maybe put this out again, it would have been the 50th anniversary. But if they had put this out like a year or 2 ago, I mean, we could have had Peter David Spider-Man 2099.
Exactly.
I mean, you still could have done that anyway. Like I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully these sell good. Maybe they'll start doing these crossovers again.
They're selling better than any of the main books that aren't absolute. I'll tell you that.
My thing is,
we all kind of know that.
How would this book not sell great? It's Spider-Man. And it's
I don't think
Superman.
we needed all the backups. I think we should have just did one big main story.
We should have done one just big main story and then put a second book up was all just the backup stories.
Yeah.
With maybe a couple extra pages.
Yeah.
And
that took away from the specialness of it to me personally.
Or do a main story and just do one longer backup.
Yeah.
And we'll hit on that when we get there. But yeah.
But yeah, I swear any store you go into now, they have a section. One section, all it is ultimate and absolute books in one section. They're like, here's what you're looking for. And then they have
basically
all the crossovers in a section. Oh, that store that store we went to, that last store we went to when you were here, Lilith.
Yeah.
Did you see the section that like no, they had some at the register too. I think it's like here's all the Absolute books and all the Marvel's Ultimate books.
But this is the gag of it. Like all the Absolute books, with the exception of look, Hate Me All You Want to, Martian Manhunter. There, I said it. Were bangers. All of the Ultimates. The only thing that was good about the Ultimates was Spider-Man. There, I said it. So it's kind of a little bit different.
I'm about to say I like the beginning of Ultimate Fantastic Four. But it's been years since I read it. But I just remember.
Oh, there was a whole new wave of Ultimate books.
Yeah, the new wave is what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Yeah, they started around the same time as the Absolute books. Imagine.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense. Got it.
Yeah.
Well, behind my Marvel people.
Yeah, there was
okay.
there was Ultimate Spider-Man. There was Ultimate Spider-Man again. There was Ultimate Avengers.
Like I said, Ultimate Spider-Man was the only one you needed to read.
Black Panther.
Ultimate Black Panther was pretty okay.
Yeah. I just couldn't get into X-Men because of that art. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I know Peach Momoko or whatever.
Yeah, if I want to read manga, I'll read manga. Don't mix the two. Gives me it tickles my brain in all the wrong ways.
Oh, I'm sorry. I guess the Marvel one is going to be all new, all spectacular Spider-Man, Superman.
Ooh, branding.
All right. So, what are our thoughts on the Jimmy Olsen Carnage story?
I thought it was funny. I liked how it opened with the picture of always be capturing photographs of Spider-Man.
Well, I
like the way it started. I thought it was funny.
I liked, but I didn't realize that was Peter at first till a little bit later.
Oh, on the bottom of the first page there?
Yeah, like at the top, how he's yawning and everything.
Oh, yeah.
And I was just like, I just thought it could have been, I don't know, I don't want to say better, but like the idea of like Peter, I just think there's a great Peter and Jimmy story like we talked about last time. And you could have hit on that a little bit and then had something where Peter goes off and then Jimmy's hunting down Carnage and thinks it's Spider-Man. And then at the end, Spider-Man shows up and he gets like a cool shot of that he's showing Peter of Spider-Man and Carnage. Compared
they
to
did the thing though, Tyler, where like it's Spider-Man. Don't be a newbie tourist.
and that I had to laugh at.
It was funny and quippy, and for the most part, it was upbeat and perky, where a lot of the other stories really weren't. I guess,
but I don't know.
For it to be upbeat and perky about Carnage was kind of like it just threw me for a loop. I was like, okay, Matt Fraction's kind of funny.
Did it seem kind of weird though? Like Jimmy Olsen didn't know what Spider-Man's supposed to look like.
Who knows?
There's so
man?
many spider people though. I think maybe that's meta.
I guess.
Like
maybe
Jane got a symbiote eventually. You know what I mean? Like it's just so many spider people.
But I mean, it's still kind of. But I mean, it's a little. I can't talk today. It's still kind of confusing because you're dropping us in these stories without no setup of the world, what they know, who they know, why Jimmy Olsen is working. At the Bugle. So it's just like he doesn't know Spider-Man. Okay. Like I'm gonna go with it because that's what I'm being told.
Yeah, exactly.
But then
this was a really cool shot though, and the art was great in this one for me. Like they have a lot of cool things going on with the art, but this is like my favorite little panel for sure.
But then we have other stories where they just kind of know each other, and you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those. Just go with it. Don't think about it too hard. It's just a comic book.
which is fine for some stories, but then some of them like, I feel like I need to know a little bit to kind of feel like.
And I guess it's supposed to be funny, but I'm like, it's not kind of a downer that Jimmy just gets killed.
I thought it was funny because I feel like the redheaded stepchild because like it's a Snyderification of everything. You know what I mean?
Oh, you know what they should have called this? Jimmy Olsen, Black, White, and Black, Red, and Blood. Like those Marvel series.
But and also I feel like it's a meta commentary about like when you move to like Marvel's New York, like to the newbies. I don't know. It's just to me, it was just really.
Yeah.
It would have been funny if he would have had some kind of like Spider-Man signal, something, or
It like the whole thing where he's trying to signal.
Like you just disemboweled the wrong guy, Pat.
Yeah, like when he's trying to use a signal watch, but the battery's dead. And the first time I read it, I had to kind of think about it and go back a little bit, and see like, did he die or was it? Because I was like, oh, they got his photo, so, but then I was like, maybe he is dead.
Well, the last panel of this story, they kind of show his image above the bugle. I'm like, okay, I guess he's dead.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I was like,
because they could have found this camera, I guess.
And that's when I was like, oh, that is kind of dark. So I was like, huh. I'm like, maybe if I wasn't laughing, like, because it was Jimmy, I don't know, like, but it was like, okay, I guess I'll laugh at this. So on the Marvel Earth, um, you know, we talked about the crossover Earth that Jimmy's now dead.
For now.
Yeah. Sorry, Jimmy.
It's comics. Yeah, for now. He'll get better. Don't worry about it.
The Jackal's gonna clone him and bring him back.
Don't you dare ever put that in the atmosphere.
Oh, Reign of the Jimmy Olsens.
Ooh, I like that. Reign of the Jimmys.
Uh,
And then yeah, the bridge I thought was pretty cool.
with
It reminded me of the movie too much.
With-
You know the movie.
with Pa and Uncle Ben.
Yeah.
I kind of wish though we would have gotten a little bit more of just them, like in the end talking, you know,
And
together.
and I know it's a plot device, but I love Uncle Ben who never had two nickels to rub together, and all of a sudden is taking road trips across the country or something by himself.
Told you, bud. Everything they do about him. It's all adding to my headcanon.
I mean, might have been. What if Mom and Pa had run into secret agents Richard and Mary Parker?
It just I like it, you know, that they met, but then it's really like two people passing each other that really never have any. There's not like, you know, Uncle Ben said something that inspired Jonathan Kent that later he told Superman or vice versa, you know.
Oh yeah.
And they don't even talk about like, you know, I got this nephew or something that, and anything that kind of alludes to where we are or what's happening or
Yeah, well, that's the other thing too, because I'm like, how young are they supposed to be? So it's like, you know, have
Once we get this
Uncle
shot,
Ben
though.
and have Uncle. Oh yeah, that was a nice shot. But it's like have Ben and May taken in Peter yet? Has Kal-El's rocket arrived yet?
It didn't seem like it.
No.
and that's how I took it, is like this is before that, 'cause
Are these two even
So-
married
Before
yet?
they were burdened with before they were burdened with children, they were happy-go-lucky, taking road trips. Kids do cost money, babe. They do cost money, and they what even their kid, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like,
Or to
I
take
do
it,
like
we'll take it the
I
other
do-
Lilith Hellfire level. Are they even married yet?
ooh, living in sin.
I do like some of the dialogue in the bias backup.
Yeah, so, some of that is good, but I was like, really? It's like it's basically a J. Jonah Jameson and Lois story.
Yeah.
We still didn't get our J. Jonah and Perry.
That's what I was gonna say. I'm like,
No.
well, that's what I said. That's what I was thinking. If we're gonna do this story, why wasn't it Perry?
Well, I mean, technically, Lois is the current editor.
True, but again,
it
are we
doesn't-
worried about continuity?
No, we can't
Jack Ryder.
be. Yeah, but I said we can't be with some of this stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, there's another Lilith alias, Jacqueline Reiner.
But I mean, like I said, there's stuff I like in this. But anytime, I just think the whole like discussion of a superhero who wears a mask is just like, guys, we're way past this.
No. And I mean, some of the dialogue is good, but I'm like, is this when we have limited space? Is this worthy of taking up a space? Because again, we didn't get a Supergirl wasn't in any of these. We didn't get any Spider-Punk or Miles Morales or any female Spider character besides Mary Jane.
Yep.
So do the creators just come to them with ideas then and be like, hey, this is what the story I want to write?
I think that's what it felt like. I don't think it was the case for Gil, though. I think that definitely had a little editorial.
Maybe.
I don't know. It just felt like those pairings just felt so
Yeah, I mean...
wacky.
And again, it's like... Is Punisher, I mean, I know his first appearance was in a Spider-Man comic, but is he really a Spider-Man character?
I would say more Daredevil than honestly.
Well, at this point, yeah.
Yeah, I
I think they
I would
belong
just say
to the
this.
same editorial office at this point now too. So
Well, I wonder if that slipped through just because, you know, Daredevil's season 2, you know, Born Again's out, and that Punisher one-shot's coming here soon.
yeah,
So.
yes. Like
And-
I said, corporate synergy.
And he's going to be in the Spider-Man movie, you know.
yeah.
But I mean, even then, they got the new Punisher book that's out. The Punisher Daredevil book. That makes more sense. I mean, if Daredevil popped up in here, it would make more sense, I feel, than Punisher.
Punisher's a really big character right now for a lot of reasons, unfortunately. For all the wrong reasons a lot of the time.
Yeah,
You know.
he's got a booking. Well, again, Lilith, he has his one shot coming on Disney Plus, and he's gonna be in the Spider-Man movie. So of course Frank was gonna come back.
Yeah.
We knew he was gonna come back no matter what, but
Yeah, like I said, sometimes it's definitely corporate synergy / editorial interference, but it was an okay story. It just kind of threw me for a loop.
oh the Punisher one.
But this story, it's Greg Rucka. It's just like I take what I can get. It's not over the top, I guess. It felt very somber and like grounded, where Greg can really get out of hand with the wrong editor. So
Yeah,
I'm just appreciative of that.
and like I said, it was a decent story, but again, you could have given time to more superheroes we didn't see, like Supergirl or somebody.
Supergirl.
People don't like Super. Listen, I hate to be the one to say I don't know who the hell Supergirl's for anymore. She's been in an identity crisis for as long as I've been alive. It is what it is. She doesn't sell books.
And the more popular,
we'll see how this movie does, but at the end of the day,
and the more popular Power Girl gets, it makes it even worse.
It makes it really hard to even justify it. Yes.
Yeah.
Power Girl is like a continuity cluster, like trying to explain that to people.
Just look at the boob window and move on, man. That's just what we've all agreed on at this point.
I mean, it's sad that as a character, she's been reduced to that.
Yeah. But
yeah,
she's
like
pretty fun. Like I even like the Harley team up she did. Like they're trying with Power Girl at least. That last Power Girl, did it make it to 8? What was it, Phil? The one that spun out.
No, that one passed that, didn't it?
Yeah, it went for a good little bit. Like
okay.
I think it's at least 12. I could be wrong.
Okay.
I think I might even look one past
so
that.
Yeah, like they're trying. Like they really toned it down and like really, you know what I mean, in that one. So I think they're really trying to take Power Girl more seriously. And depending on how this Supergirl movie goes, we'll see if Supergirl ever gets a mainstay book again.
And too, with like other characters like that, or is like more creative freedom working with Power Girl, because it's like there's certain situations where it's like, oh well, Supergirl wouldn't do that. What's like you can do with Power Girl?
Power Girl would.
But it's you're talking about like the books. It's like, yeah, and then the movie that they're making, the book there is a one shot. It's a pretty much an Elseworlds, and it's like Supergirl's a great character, but they can't find a way to really get her in a continual book. They can do great stories with her and be like, oh, and we're done.
Yeah.
But we can't continue an ongoing
that's right.
story with her. And then I mean, back when they first started the whole the All In and stuff, we did an episode where we talked about how just ridiculously huge the Super family was, and you had Power Girl and Supergirl, and they took Power Girl, they gave her a new costume where it didn't have the boob window, and and then of course they slowly had to bring it all back because that's what everyone thinks of when they think of Power Girl.
Comic book fans are gonna be comic book fans. Creatures of habit. More or less, it's comfort. You know what I mean? So,
but it's all coming back to me now. I just looked it up. Yes, that last Power Girl series went 20 issues.
Oh, 20 issues.
Which in today's market, that's a damn miracle.
Yeah, especially because it's Power.
like I said, I thought it was 12, but so I was on the right path.
Yeah, but again, I mean, it's a miracle for anybody who's not Spider-Man or Superman or Batman to get more than 20 issues.
Even Spider-Man be renumbering real frequent.
I think sometimes they have really great ideas that they rush through, and then they have some ideas that they just stretch out. Or they're like, oh, this could be great. Event. Just run through it.
Yeah.
And then be done.
And like we always say, it's like sometimes some of these creators only get a year, so it's like they don't have time to come up with any like complex story. It's like, okay, you got to fit this into 10 to 12 issues, if that.
Yeah.
And then we're on to the next person.
The fact that it was the Punisher War Journal, it triggered me so hard when he started the story like that. That's like one of my least favorite eras of Punisher.
What, the 90s when he had three ongoing books?
I think sometimes what we get is just these books that do well. That they're like, okay, we want to do this character where, oh, this book is recent, it's done great, we'll just jump and use this book.
I'll tell you what pulled me out of this story when Paul showed up and I was just waiting for Frank to blow his head off.
Yeah.
But yeah,
he's like, don't worry, no one likes me at first or ever.
The Punisher and Power Girl story was probably my least because its two characters are super odd. Now, if this had been just a Marvel team-ups like book that had shorts, then yeah, I'm like, okay, I can kind of go with this a little bit better. But in this, definitely.
And I don't know, was Power Girl a little too into the Punisher? Where it's based, shouldn't she have been like, no, I'm not letting you blow kill people?
Yep.
It was for the laughs, babe.
I
Even,
know.
like I
know.
said, sometimes like this was absolutely over the top and kooky.
Yes.
Like manhandling my date, that's my job, maybe. I'm like, who are you, Lilith Hellfire?
And again, but again, it's like if you want to do a humorous story, it's like, but we're adding Frank Castle into a humorous story.
It's just that the pony is egregious. I'm just like, yeah, thank you.
Damn.
I don't know, like sometimes, like I said, I just kind of roll with the punches. Like a lot of these other stories are very underwhelming. At least this was funny and doing something different.
Yeah, I mean, Gail shot her shot.
Yeah, she shot her shot. Like I said, this is like some fan fiction that I've read. Like I said, if you know, you know. They really leaned into it.
I was just surprised. I mean, again, maybe it was just a joke. Gail was going for the humor, but I was like, Paul?
Yeah.
Damn, Paul?
Want your umbrella back? And I'm like, yeah.
Whoa!
Open up the umbrella inside.
No. Damn.
But also for that to be the story that it ended on, I was just like, ooh, maybe we should have rearranged some of these stories.
I think maybe ending on the bridge would have worked a little better.
I think that would have been
because
a better
that's kind of and it's kind of like that was different, that was cool. That's one I never thought about, but I kind of like that pairing. You might not like exactly how it went, but you kind of be left more like uplifted. Yeah.
I mean, do you think did they end on this story just because they're like, this is so far from the original idea, even more so than the Ben Parker and Jonathan Kent story?
I think Ben Parker and Jonathan Kent are exactly what we should be. That's the stories we should be telling.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, if you're going to do something like that.
I mean, if you want to do something different, yeah.
Middle somewhere, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Or were they just like, maybe this story might rub people the wrong way, so let's just keep it to the end so we don't, put people in a bad mood for the rest of the book?
I mean, it just kind of, it starts, you're like, okay, and then by the time you get through it, you're like...
I don't know, I'm like, there's no way she would be in the Paul. Come on.
You're like, this is not the book.
That's the point.
That's true. That's true.
You're like, this is not the book I thought it was.
It's like, well, what the hell? Free dinner.
Wish we would have blinded him.
All right.
We
want to talk about
we can circle back to the main.
Yeah.
The main
All right. So
I kind of so I started reading, like when I started reading this, and the Otto Octavius working on something, and it ends up being Brainiac. I was totally like, this is awesome. This is cool. And then I turned because like Phil said, like I liked that it wasn't Lex, so it wasn't a complete rehash of just like not an updated version of the previous story. Mm. And then I look over to the next page with the press passes, and we have this conversation between Peter and Superman, and they already know each other. He makes the Woodward and Bernstein. And he says, is my extremely outdated reference, And I'm like, oh. And then they already know that each other's Spider-Man and Superman, too. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah, because that's what I was like, oh, maybe they know each other from the previous crossovers. But it's like, yeah, now they know who each other.
Like that. Like, it would have been fun if they would have referenced it.
Yeah.
Like, well, at least Lex isn't at it again.
Well, I feel like that's like the modern comics twist where it's like, oh, yeah, all superheroes know who each other's identities and stuff.
Everybody knows everything at this point. Like, when you think about it in this world, there's no way anybody could keep a secret identity.
Yeah, and plus I think it's easier for the story if they're not all like, oh, hey.
Yeah, convenient plot point is obviously convenient.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So, I mean, that threw me, because then I was like, oh, is this connected to the previous ones? But, I like how Peter's struggling to kind of change and catch up with Clark. Yeah. But that double page, though, of spread is awesome. Truth, justice, and great responsibility. But my thing, like, from a reading and writing point of view, is that, like, this is a great story that's too short.
Yeah.
I feel like there's, reading a lot of modern comics, you see how they take their time. Some do it well, some make it too slow. But I feel like in this story, there's parts where they kind of leap logic a little bit, or leap little pieces of the story that we just have to kind of fill. Yeah. And I think this would have been a great, this story right here could have been the entire oversized issue. Because, when I bought it, I didn't know it was going to be, I bought it online and went to pick it up at my shop. And when I saw it, I was like, oh my gosh, this is going to be sweet.
I mean, did they do all those backups just so more people can get in on this? Because I'm just like, yeah, I mean, you could have did this story as most or all of this, because that's what they did back in the first one. I mean, it took up the whole book and it was oversized. And again, Mark Waid.
Well,
Mark Waid. I mean, if you're going to give it to anyone, give it to Mark Waid.
Exactly.
He's been writing for decades, and he's writing pretty much everyone in Marvel and DC. So
I was going to say, like we talked about last time, is that original book.
Everybody wanted in on it.
But you had like the prologue of just the Superman story, just the Spider-Man story, then the villains, and then that's where it started to come together. And in this, it's like they start together, which is great. I mean, this whole kryptonite in the air thing,
Fast neutrons.
I thought that's interesting. And then just what they're doing, and I love the dynamic between Superman and Spider-Man. And then when they go and Superman's going to Brainiac and Spider-Man's going for Doc, but they got switched. And we have Doc Ock with like kryptonite enhanced arms.
yeah,
We have people dying who are just yelling out 110001, binary code.
yeah, because all this stuff's basically getting downloaded in their heads. Yeah, I like stuff with like when you see Superman fighting Doc Ock and stuff, because he's like,
I was expecting a techno
techno
virus for Cable to show up, honestly.
Oh, techno organic virus, yes.
You have the panels of like Spider-Man struggling to flip the switch off while Superman is stopping the falling Skull ship, and then that's it.
Yeah.
Really, like I was like, oh, okay, and then it's like they're kind of wrapping some things up. So Peter's got the, if you juxtapose, if we would have gotten a little bit better like unity in the storytelling, like the fact that Peter's now at the Daily Planet and it's got a huge check where he's talking about everything, compared to like Jimmy Olsen at the Bugle. I mean, that would have been a different story.
But yeah, this story should have been the whole issue, this whole big issue, because again, it's like, imagine you get, Mark Waid's a genius. Imagine you give him this much of a page count to tell that story.
Because then I'm reading it, like he makes the joke about the punchline is Jameson paid for Spider-Man to go to college. So I guess Peter's still in college at this moment. And then you turn the page and they're off together, and it has, the great cover reference to the original. And then I turn the page and featuring, and I'm like, what? So it's not continuing the same story? Like, that's it?
Yep.
I was like, the bad guys kind of got away, sort of? Like...
Must be Christmas.
like...
If you don't know, Tyler, it's like a running gag that when like Spider-Man fights a villain on Christmas, like whether it's like a burglar or a robber, or he just kind of lets him go because it's Christmas.
Most of the time.
So.
Yeah.
Must be Christmas.
Yeah, makes sense.
But I mean, and I know we always complain about them milking it, but it's like, again...
This is the one time I would have allowed them to milk.
Well, instead of like doing that story and then all the backups, do a series of one-shots. I don't think anyone's going to complain about that.
But some of these one-shots I definitely wouldn't have picked up without other...
Oh, yeah, some of these backups aren't deserving of a one-shot, but even still, it's like if you make them all one-shots, you don't have to pick them all up. Like, if you did that Spider-Man 2099 story, you'd be like, I'm not interested in that, then don't pick up that one-shot. But yeah. You would definitely have to come with bigger, better stories if you're going to do one-shots.
Yeah.
Or is it just it's too much of a task now, just because...
Yeah, we don't really do showcases and stuff like that
people
anymore.
were
So
in it,
that's why the art of the 8-page story is kind of dying.
Oh, yeah.
But see, that's why I love, like I said earlier, about the Superman red and blue, the Wonder Woman black and gold, whatever the Harley Quinn one was.
But again, you could have got this
Black
whole...
and red.
It's a theme, and it's very, like, nailed down, and they gave them, like, very good... I feel like this is like, do what you want.
Yeah, and again, it's like you could have had this whole issue with Mark Waid and Jorge Jimenez. I mean, we could have got a Dan Mora whole issue somewhere. I mean,
yeah.
And I mean, I don't like all those covers. Like, can you bring those covers back up, Phil?
Oh yeah.
Because like we were talking, let's get this.
I was gonna say the regular covers or the retailer incentives.
We'll do the regular covers.
Yeah,
first.
no.
We'll talk about the retail covers later.
But I mean, just some of those. Look at that, like. The Jimmy Olsen and Carnage makes sense. The Prime and Black Spider-Man makes sense.
Yeah.
And then other than that, like you have some Superman and Spider-Mans, which makes sense.
Yeah.
because those are just like different variant covers.
I
Which
think the main cover should have been the blue one with the blue background. In my personal, that should have been the main ones. It's like obviously they're both red and blue.
Yeah. And I mean, I know they've both been done to death, but I would have loved to have also seen a story of those two fighting the Green Goblin and Lex.
Yeah.
yeah, but I mean, yeah, we haven't been there yet. We got Doc Ock again.
Yeah.
But I mean, just looking at these covers, if I'm thinking, if I walked into a shop and I was like, oh, this is a backup of Spider-Punk and Superboy Connor,
Hell
I'm in.
yeah, baby.
I'm in. Spider Ham and Crypto.
Yes,
Yeah, I'm
please.
buying that. I'm gonna hand it to my kids. Jimmy and Carnage. Okay, I think Solomon get a kick out of that. Supergirl and Gwen right here. Okay, cool. Well, that could be pretty sweet. I could buy that for Sayla, or maybe Supergirl and Jessica. Maybe. But then I get the actual book, and I'm like, huh? So.
You know the one I really want, Black Cat Power Girl. That's all.
I mean-
That's what it's all about for me.
I mean, that could be a seriously good issue too.
yeah.
You have the right writer.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm thinking G. Willow Wilson. If you know, you know. But yeah,
Mhm.
like I was just really kind of disappointed with the pairings for sure in some of these. But like variant covers are just where we're at this point, unfortunately.
I mean, I'd be almost cool if there was something like, if you did something where all of the super family and like all of the spider family were brought, like sucked from their world into like
Battle
almost-
World.
yeah,
Oh,
or
God.
something where then the journey was they each had to go off in pairings to discover something to free themselves from this.
Somebody hire Tyler, please.
Oh my God! Can you just
Do
imagine?
CB Jabolski.
Can you imagine if they just did that, like for all Marvel and DC, just like a Secret Wars crisis or something?
And,
Yes!
that's what I'm
Like
saying.
Was that a birthday gift?
What?
Your shirt?
Oh no! This is an order shirt now.
But I just think there's these two characters, especially, and the similarities and stuff that we've discussed, I think really lean into that. This is something that is marketable, and I look forward to, the next one.
Yeah. You know what a missed opportunity was? When we saw World's Finest and they were on the bus, I thought it would have been really cool if it would have been like them during the story of the previous story where Spider-Man and Superman are fighting like Brainiac and I thought that would have been a little cooler, like a little bit of a, tied in, have like a nice little...
Yeah,
I think that's what a lot of these stories were missing.
I was surprised they didn't call back to that original story at all, since it is like the 50th anniversary.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I was sitting there thinking like what Lilith just said. Like if you had the Lois and Mary Jane meeting, is because they're saving people during the Spider-Man and Superman battle, and they don't know who each other is. They don't know how they tie to the hero, and then after the battle is kind of when it all comes out. Or they just become friends, and it leaves on the fact that they don't know that they're tied to the heroes that were battling.
Yeah, I think they were all tied it in, like they're friends, like Clark and Peter are friends. And
All right, back to the drawing board with this book, guys. Let's go.
I mean, I'm sure they're going to do another one.
well, yeah.
And, like,
Next time they really need some money.
Well, we're getting the Marvel
Cash
one.
injection.
We're getting the Marvel one next month. So.
You know what I mean? After
Yeah.
this.
Oh, yeah.
They'll go back to the well. They
I-
always do.
I mean, I'm sure the sales are healthy on this, right?
Well, I
who
mean,
knows? Who knows?
it has to be. I mean, being Spider-Man and Superman.
I mean, distribution is really terrible right now, guys. Like, I don't think you understand how like dire it is in a lot of places. We'll see.
Well, I mean, even if people are ordering this online or something.
Yeah.
Okay, so I did find that we are going to have a Superman and Spider-Man story, but it's going to be Miles, and the art I'm looking at is the Superman costume from the Reborn era, written by our favorite writer, that classic guy who created Rogue Lazar. I refuse to say his name.
You got the button, Phil. Do it.
That's what I was going for. Yes.
Spend this.
So that's one I saw that's going to be in the coming up.
I thought you were going to say that guy who created Rogue
You
Lazar.
know what a lot of people were saying though? Like this didn't have like a lot of like ads and stuff for the lead up to this, like you normally would have expected. I think they've cut their marketing budget for a lot of stuff.
Well, I mean, remember when we used to get ads for other products. Now they're just promoting in-house, they're all the books.
Well,
Yeah.
my mom gave me some comics that she found, some old comics, some from the 90s, some from the 2000s. I haven't went through all of them yet. And I told her, like, I was flipping through, I was like, what's really cool about older comics like this is the ads for toys, games, TV, whatever, but just how the ads used to play in these books, and you don't get them anymore at all.
So here's been the trend for the book. At least this is what a couple of my comic book shop owners have been saying. They're saying that the DC ones have been selling really well, and so they try to order the same amount for like the Marvel version of the crossover, and then those do a little significantly less.
Well, do you think it's like some confusion? Because I know like a couple stores had to put signs up there to say, "Hey, Batman, Deadpool, and Deadpool, Batman are 2 different books."
I think it gets confusing too because you have a gajillion
Covers,
alternate covers.
yes.
So you're not even looking for, oh, this cover's different than this cover.
Yep.
You're like, oh, and that was like, I didn't realize at first that it says DC Superman, Marvel Spider-Man, and the next one is Marvel Spider-Man, DC Superman. Like, it would have been better if this was part 1.
Yes.
And then part 1 of 2, and the other is 2 of 2.
Or at least put some kind of big banner on the top of the covers where it's like, okay, this is DC's book, and then part 1, part 2,
like
this
part
is Marvel's
1, part
book.
2 or something.
Yes,
Make it more clear.
1 of 2 and 2 of 2. Yeah.
And that is the best way because that helps get through all the cover crap.
Yeah.
Even if you just automatically think, oh, they just flipped the titles, you're not thinking, oh, it's a second book. But then if it says 2 of 2, Spider-Man and Superman, and you made the main story, like, you want to do all these backups, fine. But the main story is broken in 2 parts, and you need each part to complete it.
Okay, I'm looking at the list here for when Marvel comes out next month. All right, we are getting our Norman and Lex story here.
Okay.
Brad Meltzer's writing that.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah, that's what it says.
They're letting Meltzer do something? I thought we banned him.
And a 1930 story with Spider-Man Noir and Golden Age Superman by Dan Slott.
That could be good.
Could be.
It's Slott.
It's a 60-40.
Yeah. And then Jeff Johns delivers his first Marvel story in over 20 years, teaming up with Gary Frank. It's a Mysterio story.
Oh, okay.
Then symbiote hordes invade Metropolis as a new War of the Realms ignites in Jason Aaron and Russell Dodderman's. With Jane Foster as the Mighty Thor and Wonder Woman and more.
Whatever that means.
I mean, the only thing that ties the either character is symbiotes. So I'm like, okay. Louise Simonson's gonna have a story with Todd Knock.
Okay.
John Henry Irons clashes with the Hobgoblin. So it feels like
I'm starting to understand why the Marvel books aren't selling too good.
feels like
I'm starting to understand.
Is that one supposed to be kind of the Punisher?
That's what I'm thinking. It feels like a Punisher Power Girl thing coming up here.
Because that one I'll take over Punisher Power Girl.
Oh yeah.
No. Which Hobgoblin?
It doesn't.
Oh,
say.
that's true too. That's true too. But
it might be fun if Macendale gets a hammer.
I'm in.
I don't know.
I'm
It's
in.
probably gonna be Kingsley. Kingsley. Of course, the current writer of Amazing Spider-Man, Joe Kelly, and Humberto Ramos deliver a campus crossover between Gwen Stacy and Lana Lang.
I mean,
that feels like our uncle.
Batgirl was busy.
That feels like our Uncle Ben and Clark Kent on that side.
And our Lois and Mary Jane.
Batgirl was busy. She's like, I'm not doing this shit.
And like Tyler said, Bendis and Sarah Pacelli are doing a Miles Morales story. But it doesn't say with who. Oh yes, we are getting a Ghost Spider and Supergirl.
Okay. See.
Blind on blind action. Okay.
So now we're gonna put up next time when we do it. We'll have to put it together and figure out which.
Which version of which?
We put it together. Like, I like this.
And I guess Jeff Loeb is doing some kind of. It says Spider-Man, Superman, so I don't know if it's Peter and Clark or.
Good old Jeff Loeb. You know,
it's kind of been hit or miss lately for me. Let's hope it's a hit.
Get Hush 2 out, Loeb, then you can do this stuff.
I know. That was what you were doing instead.
Wait a minute. So
We're
Jeff
gonna
Loeb had a
create our own
story.
stuff too, though.
Jim Lee had a story in this issue. Guys, why don't you get Hush 2 out already? It's only, what, 8 months later or something?
Yeah.
The last series of Batman has not been completed yet, and we're already 8 issues into the new Batman series.
It just makes me question how far were they when they decided to start publishing this thing?
Although, again, if it's 8-page stories, how much time is that taking?
Nobody asked Kevin Smith.
That might be for the best.
Well, we didn't want anybody getting raped or peed on or... Oh, he did one. God, what was that? An anniversary? It was a Spider-Man one, but that's what is it? Was it the Sinister 69 or something?
Oh my God, for real?
Yes, and like...
How did I not know
and Spider-Man got a rip in the back of his pants. Oh, yeah. I think everyone was like, nah, we're good on the Kevin Smith for a while.
I feel like Kevin Smith kind of like burned out his bright light and lost all of his nerd cred.
I mean, isn't he busy getting...
With his weight. He lost all his talent with his weight. I'm sorry.
Isn't he busy getting Clerks 5 out there already?
Oh, jeez. Like, I like how he was retiring. They just started to make sequels to everything.
I make that money, baby.
But I mean, Clerks 3 actually was pretty good.
Now that Dogma can actually be sold on DVD, you
got
to worry about it now.
God forbid we get any kind of ending the Batman widening gyre.
Yeah.
Well, watch the porn parody. You'll be fine.
I thought Kevin Smith was the porn parody.
Oh.
Anyway.
But no, like I feel like he just kind of like was like this big nerd voice, and then like other stuff you could just see where he's like, I won't pick sides or really state my opinion, and then Batman on Batman.
Nobody wants to see a crybaby either all the time.
I mean, yeah, I was listening to all the podcasts for a while, and then I hit a point. I was just like, that's enough.
When he really stopped doing Fat Man on Batman and started just doing
did he stop
Fat Man Beyond?
Oh yeah.
I'm like, I really like Mark.
Yeah.
But then I was like, I just miss him talking Batman stuff with Batman creators instead of just doing everything. I'm like, as many podcasts as you have, how about just not do this? How about just do this as a separate podcast and keep Fat Man on Batman? But he didn't. He just kept doing Beyond, and I just, one day I was like you said, I was like, I'm good. I'm good. Like, it's just the same stuff anymore.
Yeah. On that note.
that deranged protege of Frank Miller.
Exactly. Everybody's a deranged protege of Frank Miller.
Oh, how dare you!
Your mother's a whore.
All right. So, any final thoughts on this?
No, I'm good.
Oh, but yes, for those of you who were disappointed that Paul got out of that Punisher Power Girl series alive, well, the universe has finally heard our prayers, people. Did you see this, Lilith?
Yeah, I saw it.
Okay, yes. Finally, the man who came between Peter and Mary Jane for most of Zeb Wells' run has met his end. In the middle of Death Spiral. Oh, wait. That's not the panel. I'm giddy like, when Ray sees like anything that looks like Batman dying. That's right. So long, Paul!
It was not nice knowing you.
They try to give him a heroic death, saving like Dylan Brock. I'm like, nah. I'm like, no, Al Ewing. We just want him gone.
He tried. He tried his best.
I know.
It was kind of a flat week for freaking Marvel, anyway.
Yeah.
I think the biggest deal. The biggest deal was like Daredevil #1 and Deadpool April Fool.
Well, yeah, I haven't read the Deadpool yet. Yeah, the blind bag.
And there was like an Eternals 50th anniversary special, and I think like another Logan Black, White, and Blood.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot. Yeah. Well, like you pointed out, I mean, look what we've done blind bags on. Batman, blind as a bat, and Daredevil did a blind bag.
Exactly. Just red Batman, just Egyptian. Yeah. Just got different versions of Batman.
I think we're on the second printing of blind bags for Daredevil.
But what's crazy, it was a big Superman week this week. You had Absolute Superman #18. You had Adventures of Superman, Book of L #7. You had Batman Superman World's Finest 50. I can't believe that's at 50 already.
I know.
Where's the time gone?
Yes, that book is.
Hey man, time flies when Mark Waid's writing some good stuff.
I just feel that Mark Waid was
shout out for Supergirl, Misadventures in Midvale.
Oh yeah, it did drop. I saw that.
Yeah.
I have, that the new the current, should I say, Supergirl run. I'm digging it. It's not been too bad, but I feel like the last issue that James and I covered, which I can't remember the numbers because I'm horrible with, but they started throwing a lot of extra new LL characters in there. And I was kind of like, you guys are kind of getting a little carried away. It's not that funny right now.
It's the trope now. It's like, oh God, they're aware of the trope.
Just because you lampshade it.
Exactly.
So yeah.
So Tyler, you said you haven't read any new Reign of the Superboy stuff?
No, I haven't.
You know
I'm
what?
looking forward to it.
I read this. I'm actually intrigued what is it Joshua Williamson still is going to do with Superboy Prime.
I mean, I wish I could. Like I told you guys, like I drove, a special to go pick up this comic, but my nearest shop's like almost an hour away.
Yeah.
And just like, even if I was buying books, I still would probably only get to go like once a month.
Mm-hmm.
So.
I feel like, you can't have just like a comics only shop anymore, right?
Everything's gotta have like Funkos.
You either gotta have
t-shirts,
Funkos, or you, like that first store we went to, Lilith. Like you have to be toys and collectibles, or toys and collectibles too, or something.
Definitely, you definitely want to have like your cards, like Magic the Gathering, Pokemon.
Yeah,
you gotta have some.
You want to have like a games room in the back for sure.
Yes.
That's what a lot of mine have started doing.
A lot of the ones I've seen now, they have a dedicated space in the back where people are either playing Magic or Pokemon. Yeah.
I wish they would sell like. There was a shop around me I haven't mentioned in a long time because it's like over an hour away, but they still sold some really great posters back when they used to do posters of like the art from some of the books. I miss selling posters and like T-shirts or some stuff like that. Definitely gotta have the figures. I like one of my favorites though. Is I enjoy like the open bag figures when you find like stuff like that people used to have, and like because that's the kind of stuff you go into a shop that kind of makes it unique.
Yeah,
because you never know what you're going to find.
Tyler, you got to get over here. I took Lilith to a shop. They have some of that. Like they'll have some of the newer stuff, but they'll have like old stuff like people sold. Like there was like stuff from like figures from the 90s maybe you could find, and
that's the stuff I really love because that helps. Just like I remembered there was this shop in North Carolina where people would bring comics in, like even some like relatively newer comics at the time, and they would sell them back to the store, and then the store would turn around and sell them for like $2 maybe. Yeah. So like at the time I was buying, it was during the New 52 era, so I was buying some of the books that are maybe like a month to 2 months old, and I was getting them for $2, and I don't know, I really like the used market too, just because you can find some interesting stuff.
I'm trying to remember what one of is it Dollar Tree? I saw something online.
I've seen Dollar Trees had them. I've been but it's such
like they'll sell them cheaper, but they're like a couple months old. But
they'll sell them, but they're like right now the ones I've seen are from like the Rebirth era, the New 52 era.
Yeah.
So I bought for a couple of my Case kids, some of them, the first couple of issues of Birthright. And some runs like that I've seen in those, and they've had them at Sheetz gas stations.
Oh,
too.
Really?
Yeah, they had it at our Sheetz for a while, and I think they sold out of most of them.
Yeah, but I think I saw there was one. That was one of the dollar stores. They had. I think it might have even been as current as like the beginning of All In or something.
It's just interesting because, yeah, that's great. You can these books, but then at the same time, like,
I'm surprised it didn't work out at Walmart. I'm so shocked.
I am too. I don't know why they just don't find a way to just sell regular books at Walmart.
Like wherever those Hot Wheels and Legos are, put the comic books right there. Don't put it in the front.
I know in mine,
back there by the Hot Wheels, the WWE figures. I'm telling you.
I know in mine they were close to the cash registers, but like they were kind of
If
buried.
you're gonna do that, you gotta put spinner racks on.
But
they had them in like the SC for TV, and I'm like, no.
Oh, okay. And in mine,
that's where mine had them.
In mine, they had them kind of buried in the aisle with all the trading cards and stuff.
Yeah, but then
like
there were
football
those Well, they were like the books, like where they were binding them together.
Yes,
and they were like in a plastic bag, not cool.
And then they had like the special editions, and I'm like, just sell the regular issues.
Yeah. Don't give me the reprint. Yeah.
And I don't know.
Miss newsstands. There, I said it.
Mm-hmm.
No, you're good because at times I do too, and I'll tell you, like, I miss too when they were just doing these reprints for $1.
Yes.
Like, because those
Shout
were
out
the
to Image. They're still doing that, though.
because I would grab those for my kids. I'm like, hey, introduce them in there, and I would buy a lot more for. I try to if I can find some cool books like in the dollar bin or discount stuff, I buy some of them for my case kids and give them to them to read, because I'm always trying to encourage them to find stuff. But
yeah,
I
the distribution, especially some of that stuff. Like, I mean, Luca read that 2-issue, the DC AEW crossover, but that wasn't on any spinner rack or any just newsstand. That's the stuff that needs to get out there far and wide.
I'll tell you one that threw me was Solomon and I were interested in reading the Sonic the Hedgehog in DC.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay, cool. I was like, we won't buy any right now because it'll come to the app, and then we'll buy the trade. It never came to the app.
That's because you should be reading Archie Sonic verse.
So we bought the trade, and they have all the figures out now that started just as Target figures.
Yeah.
That are now in Walmart as well.
I mean, that's those the stuff that needs to go far and wide because Sonic fans will pick it up and say, "Oh, hey."
Put the like if it's several several issues, you put one comic in the pack with, depending on if you buy
they don't do that anymore. I have a ton of those.
You buy the Knuckles and Superman, you get issue 1. Issue 2 is the Batman and Shadow, and so on and so forth.
They need to do kind of like a run because like back when I very first started, I keep telling this story about Marvel's Transformers. That's the first thing I collected. I found this is how long it was in KB Toys. They would sell packs, but it would be 3 issues in a row. It'd be like Transformers 7, 8, 9, or 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah.
And, instead of just random issue
well, we
here,
no longer
random
have
issue.
KB Toy Stores, Toys R Us. The market is so bad right now.
I blame it all on cable television and
the
Cartoon
intranets.
Network.
What's cable television, Tyler?
Well, even that now, but it's like once you started creating because remember, like back in the day, toys were powered by everything had a cartoon.
Yes.
Every cartoon had a
commercial.
major toy line. And then came, 24 Hours Cartoon Network, and Saturday mornings disappeared. So there wasn't as many toys. It just became the same things over and over. And then it became about
because
tech.
too much regulation
Yeah.
on children's television, which should have been some oversight, but you can sell my kid cereal. I don't care.
Yeah. I'm not buying it, but you can make them want it.
Let a parent be a parent, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
But I totally, I agree. Definitely, that's what happened.
You just you brought it down, and then, and then we got
The
tech.
living room died, Tyler, is the words that you are looking for. The living room died. We're all watching our own things on our own devices scurried across the house. That's the problem.
I miss Saturday morning cartoons.
And that has been another episode of Back in My Day.
Yeah. That's our new podcast. Back in my day.
Old woman rants at cloud.
Back in my day. Yeah, I'm not that old. And then you start talking. Damn, I am.
Yeah, we were born in the 1900s.
Welcome back to another episode of When It Was Better.
But my daughter would say at times, the old 90s. Like, stop, Sayla, stop.
The
late 1900s. I hate these kids.
I know. Ask Luke. I'm like, we seem old, right? Because we were born in the 1900s. Yeah. All right. Anything else?
No, we covered it pretty solidly.
Yes.
Love to hear everybody else's thoughts though about what they thought about this crossover, and looking forward to the next one, maybe, possibly.
Yes. We will cover it.
I really want to
next
hear
month,
people's
so.
comments on the backups.
Yeah, please send us your thoughts on this. Yes. Oh, but next time we're going to do some more Superman, Supergirl too, because we're going to cover the next Supergirl story from Superman Batman 8 through 13.
What's great is I don't even have to reread it because I just recently read it.
Nice.
Nice.
All right, and then after that, the Hard Master makes his return, and we're going to cover Web of Spider-Man 69, so Lilith will be there, and 70 with Spider-Hulk from the 90s. Come on, Lilith.
It was the 90s. It was a crazy wild time. That's all
Yes.
I can say.
Yeah, that's all you can say. It was the 90s. I mean, look at 90s fashion and stuff, man. Come on. It didn't make sense. We just lived through it. We did what we could.
Then the episode after that will be the next Secret Wars 2 episode, which I assure you will be great because Justin and I just recorded it. So, damn Jim Shooter. All right, so
Pow pow.
yeah, send us your thoughts on this crossover, the upcoming crossovers. Next month we're gonna do the new Spider-Man Superman, but we're also gonna do the other one from what was it, 1981, with Doctor
Yeah, it's
Doom
like-
and the Parasites.
Oh, nice.
Which sounds like even worse.
No, Ash is a lot more fun to me and my person.
Oh yeah, Doom's dooming. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. This is peak Doom too.
yeah.
I mean, and I'm surprised that Doom, like Brainiac and Doom, weren't the villains.
Yeah.
You want to start building some up. Like, okay, the next Superman movie's who? Brainiac. Got it. With Lex? Yeah, but we just did Lex. Okay. At Marvel, you guys are building up for Doom, right? Yeah. Let's put Doom in this.
Yeah, I know. I'm surprised Doom isn't in any of these now.
Because it's flopping. All that Doom stuff flopped.
I-
They're not looking forward to that movie. The projections got redone and it's looking pretty low.
Well, I was gonna say they were pulling the trigger a little early on some of that Doom merch. Felt like I was living in Latveria.
Yeah, don't put the merch out yet, but
Getting ads for Doom socks.
Shout out to Eternals.
start
Still finding that stuff in discount bins all across the country.
go find Ollie's.
just-
You'll find it all there.
Seriously.
Eternals, those prices just keep dropping and no one's buying.
I told you I found something for a quarter, bro. Not even lying.
I'm gonna tell you, even kids getting shopping at for Toys for Tots, the Toys for Tots store. It's still sitting there. Eternals, nobody wants it. I'm telling you, I was there. I know. I volunteered.
I'm sorry. That's probably the biggest flop of the MCU.
It's not a horrible movie. Just it should have been a series.
Yeah, like they gave freaking the Inhumans the series instead of the movie. Just
Yeah,
should've
like
this.
anytime
I
you
agree.
have that many characters that you're basically rewriting history
yeah.
and expanding on the lore that we thought we all knew, and not with one character. No,
Yeah.
with like 8. You gotta have a series.
And it's like, oh, they're so powerful. It's like, yeah, well, where were you when Thanos snapped, bitch?
Just a simple line. We were told not to. Okay, but that
Or
means
they
you're really
got
not
snapped. Who knows? Who knows?
They're on the side of the moon.
Nah, that's the Inhumans.
I know.
Damn Eternals.
Anyway, give them the info.
I am. All right. So send us your thoughts on all of this. Email us CapesandLunatics@gmail.com or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. Remember, you can find us on pretty much all social media. Got the Substack now. Got the TikTok. Help support us by buying merch. Capes and Lunatics, Podfather Phil. I still got to add a bunch of the other ones, but Lost Library of Legends is up there, so go support your neighborhood owl. And again, Lilith Hellfire's favorite method, just rain the money on us through the Cash App link. And of course, the Patreon, where not only do you get at least one exclusive uncensored episode every month, but you get early access to all of these the regular episodes. Like you could have had this episode days ago if you just subscribed to the Patreon. And of course, like I say, any subscriber can suggest topics for us to talk about. So this is the only safe and legal way to tell Lilith Hellfire what to do.
Shut up, Phil. That's right.
She can get behind that message.
Shut up, Phil.
All right, so send us your go subscribe to the Patreon, patreon.com/CapesandLunatics, and you know what it always is.
Fucking crazy.
Damn Al. All right, and of course, yes, go if you need more Justin the Owl, if you're missing him this episode, go check out the Lost Library of Legends, and then go to Amazon and pick up Dick Grayson Boy Wonder, written by co-host, friend, educator Kristen. So go help support an educator and educate yourself on Dick Grayson. And of course, again, if you want regular entertaining Superman conversation, go check out the Krypton Report with Tyler here, and now
James
with the
Cole.
with the death of Chuck Norris, the most dangerous man alive, Mr. James Cole.
Roundhouse kick you.
He'll kick you through the internet. All right, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Again.
Yeah, you're gonna have to do that.
Yep, that's fine.
All right. Well, all right. For another episode, we have been your Capes.
Ampersand.
Lunatics.
Will not release that. Lunatics.
Soon rebranded to Cloaks and Madmen.
So Yes, we'll be talking more Superman. We'll talk some Batman, and Supergirl next time. Speaking of Jeff Loeb. Yeah.
Maybe we'll review Hush in like 2030 when it all comes out.
What?
Yeah.
When it all comes out in 2030, we'll review Hush too.
Oh. When will they learn? All right, up, and thwip.